QLala, doing the most as usual. Today is doing the most Mondays. Y'all know how it go down every Monday, 4 p.m. right here on Real Women Radio. So today I have a guest. Hold on, y'all can already see what it's about. But let you meet the lady behind the vision first. So we have Miss Rosamond. I cannot say her last name, but you can see it on the screen. So I met this young lady at a woman's empowerment brunch that Miss Mia did a couple weeks ago with Lisa Ray was in the building. So we did some networking as women do so well. And we met there and she contacted me and said, I got something going on that everybody needs to go know about. So welcome to the show, Miss Rosemont. How you doing?
Hi everyone. My name is Rosemont Adolph, and I am actually one of the founders of SAVE. We stand for Steadily Adding Values and Educating Dreamers.
I like that.
And
Don't forget about that. It was what now? SAVE
so
is
it
an acronym and it stands for
Steadily Adding Values and Educating Dreamers.
steadily adding value and educating dreamers. Because you can't just have a dream and be uneducated. The dream ain't gonna come true.
Yes.
But anyway, tell us more about it.
Okay, so right now we're expanding our calendar. We're hosting more events throughout the year. And so one of our events that we have coming up is our Women's Empowerment Brunch, which is this Saturday, and it's at the Fish House, and it starts at 11 a.m. It's such a great environment because one, we get to like network as women. We come together from all different backgrounds
Mhm.
because I feel like as women, we wear so many hats. Some of
Yeah.
us are moms, wives, students. The hats can like have a plethora of names. And so like coming together to just like be able to have a safe space to take off those hats for a moment. We and just like support each other because we bring up topics. We talk about those
Mhm.
topics in a safe space. And one of the things I really love about the brunch is because like it's such an intimate environment. We pick a person to be our guest speaker for the brunch,
Mhm.
and they get to also like sell products if they want to. And afterwards, we network as women. So
As
it's
usual. We can't help it. Food and network, that's what we do.
yes, yes, yes.
Who was the guest speaker at this one?
So the guest speaker at this one is Latrice Baker.
Okay.
So she is the founder of Candles by Latrice. And so she'll be kind of like giving her testimony and kind of like giving a speech about a particular topic. And then she
Mhm.
also get to talk about her company and the candles that she makes.
Awesome. So each time you say you do it how often?
So right now they're on our calendars for every other month. So
Okay.
our next one is would be in April.
Okay, well, I would definitely be at this one because I like the fish house and I like y'all. No,
Oh, this
yeah,
is
I love
perfect.
opportunities, any opportunity to network and eat, like I said. So keep mixing those two
Yes.
together.
Yes,
So how can
yes.
someone purchase a ticket and how much are they?
So the tickets, the pricing right now is $5, and you can find us on Facebook,
Mhm.
on Instagram, and you can find us on Eventbrite.
Okay, awesome. So the
Yeah.
$5 gets you at the table, but
Y-
you
Yes.
everybody's
And then
a la carte, you pay for your
yes, so
meal.
the $5 gets you at the table, and then afterwards you pay for your meal, in which you get to choose from like a three-course menu.
Awesome. And the fish house is
Mhm.
the bomb, y'all. So if anything else, I
Yes.
know you want to come here and get, inspirational speech, but you're gonna be fed in the
Yes.
meantime. So
Yes.
tell everybody where they can find your more information about your organization and anything else that you would like us to know.
Okay. You can find us on Instagram _SA um, period V period E period D. So saved.
Mhm.
And then also you can find us on Facebook, Save Dreamers.
Awesome. I
Yep.
love the acronym, girl. I love that. So one more time, the acronym is steadily. Let me look at the word. Steadily
Steadily adding
adding
values and
values
educating
and
dreamers.
educating dreamers.
Yes.
Awesome. So
It's
thank
a
you
dream,
so
but it's going to get there.
yeah, it's getting there. It's gonna get there. Anybody you looking for people to volunteer in the organization or donations or all that stuff is welcome, of course, as usual. So we
Yes.
look forward to seeing you on February 12th. I will be there because I like to eat, but I will see you. And I thank you for coming through, Miss Rosamond. And I
Yes,
got
thank
your
you
name
so
right
much for
that
having
time.
me.
So I'm
Thank you.
feeling all
Yes.
inspirational right now. I'm going to play so Raheem Devon Woman, and then we're going to be right back after this, and we're going to get right into that Judge Mathis interview with Justin Brown. We'll be right back on Doing the Most with QLala, only on Real Women Radio.
to all my baby mamas. This goes out to all my baby mamas. This goes out to all my baby mamas. I got love for all my baby mamas. 'Cause we the backbone. I always knew that we can go anywhere, we can do anything. I know we can make it if we dream. And I think it should be a holiday for single mothers trying to make a way.
And we didn't forget about you, brothers. We got them baby mamas, but we also got them baby daddies and them brothers. We love y'all. Hard headed self. NG Stone. Coming up next, we have the interview recap with Sharia B interviewing Justin Brown from the recap of Judge Mathis, Too Passionate for Parenting. Coming next.
He is my king, is my one. Yes, he's my father. Yes, he's my son. I can talk to him because he understands everything I go through and everything I am. He's my support system. I can't live without him. The best thing since sliced bread is his kiss, his hugs, his lips, his touch. And I just want the whole world to know about my black brother. I love you and I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. Cause you're my black brother, strong brother, and there is no one above you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. He's misunderstood. Some say that he's up to no good around the neighborhood. But for your information, a lot of my brothers got education. Now check it, you got your Wall Street brother, your blue collar. I want to know that I'm here for you, my black brother. Said I never want you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever, brother, my strong brother. There is no one. There is. You give me what I need. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I love you for staying strong. You got it going now. I'm so proud of you. Going through thick and thin, brothers, you gonna win. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Whenever you're facing down, brothers gonna work it out. I'm so proud. I got unshakable faith. You make me die. I love you. I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you.
That was Angie Stone with Brother. So, brothers, we love you. So, coming up right now, what we're going to do is we're going to play the interview that Sharia B had yesterday with Mr. Justin Brown from a recap of the Judge Mathis show entitled Too Passionate for Parenting. And then right after that interview, we will have Allison Morris in the studio giving her response. So, stay tuned. It is time to do the most. Let go.
Hey, this is your girl Sharia B, and today I have a special guest on the show today, Mr. Justin Brown. He was recently on Judge Mathis with his daughter's mother, Allison Morrison. She took him to court for ballet lessons, and medical bills.
That word you said just made me, my stomach. I'm sorry, keep going.
So, hello, Mr. Brown.
Hey,
Justin.
Ooh, can we reference her as, can we do initials A or something? Because that name makes me, I don't want to throw up on this. So
okay, that's fine. So we will reference her as A.
Thank you,
okay?
Thank you.
Or we'll say AM. Okay. So we'll
Sounds
just say
good to me.
Let's do AM.
I just don't want to throw up and everybody see that.
It
or
can't,
hear that. Like,
it
that's not
cannot
cute.
it cannot be that bad. Is it that bad?
Did y'all not watch the show? Did y'all not see what the ridiculousness? This is like, are you kidding me? Like, what was the end game? Like, what was accomplished? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was there a good ending result that benefits the child or benefits our relationship together, or did it make things worse?
Wow. Well, guys,
What did you want to
note,
happen?
so let me
Well,
say,
okay, yeah, you want to get into that later, but okay.
oh yeah. So on that note, we have a clip of the show from Judge Mathis. So this is just a little recap. So let's take a look at it real quick.
These reasons, there's no other reason.
There he is, and that's why I want you to be quiet and control yourself so I can give you a compliment and perhaps use you as an example. That's what I'm trying to do, as an example of a good dad and a good former mate or partner or boyfriend. The things you're saying about her in the midst of this very big dispute is unusual. And it's commendable. And, you know, I'm trying to get a little couple of points across. If you'll let me, your clear African consciousness strengthens you and your manhood. That's what I'm trying to say. I wear African clothes because it's my superpower. I know. That's what I'm trying to tell the audience. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't use you. You don't want to be used. A lot of folks come here, I want God to use them, but you won't let God use you today because you're talking over me.
Let me tell you something, Justin. That is one of my favorite.
That was so funny.
Justin, that was one of my favorite parts of the show, especially when he asked you about your superpower. And I see that you are wearing your superpower today. So let's talk about the let's talk about the superpower today.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Rocking it. You're rocking it. So let's talk.
Okay, so numero uno, before I say that.
Okay.
There's this place in Atlanta called the Black Wall Street.
Okay.
It's like this mall flea market, and it has over 100 Black-owned businesses. I really hope that that business succeeds, because you don't see like 100 Black businesses, all Black-owned, in one facility. And I went the other day, and it had art and history and so much stuff for sale. And I saw this, and I was just like, I had to have it. And when I wear African clothes, it makes me feel so powerful, so strong. Like, it connects me with my ancestors. And in a cruel world, it's like you need that little boost of confidence. Like, a woman puts on her makeup to feel confident to go out there. I might throw on my African hat. Look, I got beads too. Like,
hey.
It makes me feel more confident to go out in this world, this horrible world. Like, do y'all see the comments about me? Are you like I am being dragged?
We are going to talk about those comments because again, wow, seeing
it's so sad.
We're seeing the show, and that's why we want you here, so that you can tell your story about the situation. So my first question that I really want to get into asking you in this interview, what was your reaction when you were asked to go on the show?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that question. First, let me tell you the backstory.
Okay, let's go.
As you heard on the show, I started to tell a certain situation. I don't know if I can say this on the radio, but let's just say.
You can say it.
Huh?
You can say it. Mm-hmm.
The blunt situation that I had mentioned.
That's what I want to talk about. I'm glad. Let's talk.
that leads into that. This is what leads into it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Me and A,
Okay.
we're not together. We're not together at all anymore. But throughout this process, throughout these years, despite it all, and you can go on my Facebook and you can, if you feel like, if you care that much and you want to scroll back to last April, you can see, talking about the clarinet, which I brought up in the show.
Yes.
You can see that she mailed me a clarinet. I recorded the whole thing live, me opening it. I didn't know what it was. It was a gift. And you can see me thanking her and telling the whole world on my Facebook, like, Allison, ooh,
Okay. A.
literally, she like my best friend. Like, I kid you not, she's my best friend. I love her so much to death. Like, you know, we're thick as thieves. Like, things did not work out and it was so heartbreaking. But, you know, once we had a rough like year or so, you know, fu. But then we like kind of calmed down and we like went back to being our friends. And the saddest part about all of this, y'all, truth be told, end of the day, I miss my friend. Like,
Wow.
I really miss my friend. And I know we can probably never go back to that, but I do, you know, to be honest. So long story short, I come, because as you know, I live in Atlanta. She lives down there with y'all in Fort Walton. I come all the way down there to for her birthday, our daughter's birthday, and everything was good. The day before I come down there, I was robbed. Kid you not. I can't write this. This ain't no script. This is my life. I can't believe Allison wants to exploit my life. But this is the truth of the matter, and she knows this. But nobody wants to talk about my adversities and the struggles that I have to go through to do the things that I have to do. I'm a survivor, and I fight for everything that I have to do. I literally was robbed. Somebody stole my car. You know what I'm saying? I was truth be told, it's my fault. I went to the gas station and I bought gas and I forgot my card in the thing. I left it in there. And then instead of the next person behind me being like, oh, you left your card, they took it and completely wiped me out.
Wow.
That happened on a Friday evening. Banks closed on Saturday, Sunday. I had to file a police report and everything. It's going to take 10 days. Oh my God, my daughter's birthday. I'm leaving in the morning. What am I going to do? Fortunately, I have a loving mother and a loving father. And they were coming anyways. They was like, don't worry about it. We got it. You know, we'll take care of it. Pay us back when you get your money reimbursed. So we go anyway. I go on a hope and a whim. Okay. Fortunately, I had a little bit of herb left. So that's what I had to last me. And she had some too at her house. And I asked her, can I, you know, like toward the last day of me being there, I was like, you know, I was out of it. I was like, can I roll this up? She's like, sure, go ahead. Okay. She watched me smoke it. I offered her to smoke it with her multiple times. She said, no, I don't want to. Cool. Skip ahead. Okay, let's talk about clout chasing. Some of y'all might not know this. I am a professional working actor. Okay.
I've heard.
Okay. I don't need Judge Mathis show to get on TV. I'm not clout chasing. I'm on TV every day. Y'all can IMBD me. I was on Fatal Attraction, Sins of the City, ATL Homicide. I've done an independent movie. I'm an artist. You can watch my music videos. They play in the background. You watch my music videos. You can just, I'm on, watch me on demand. Like, I got projects I'm in a movie right now. I would never cheapen my talent by going on there. All the money that I put into my singing lessons, acting lessons, my dance classes, all the effort and time I put in. And now I am on this radio show that she set up, let's be honest, because how did y'all get my number? Why wasn't I sent an email or a Facebook message from you guys? You guys called my direct number. Don't give out my number no more if you're listening to this, A. Don't give out my number without my consent. And you know what? It's cool. I'm not mad at it or anything. It's cool. Like, y'all cool. But that was in poor taste too. Once again. So why would I cheapen my talent this way? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be known as the guy crying on Judge Mathis. I want to be known as the guy who's very talented. He's a phenomenal actor. He's a great singer. Like, that's what I want to be known as. But now, thanks. Hope you're happy. Got what you wanted. So skip ahead and let me know if I'm being too long-winded.
Okay.
Skip ahead. I'm at my very first movie premiere. Now, as I said, Allison A is one of my best friends.
Okay.
Okay. She already purchased like $100 worth of tickets to come to my movie premiere. The night of my movie premiere, I'm nervous, trying to get my outfits together, I'm trying to figure out how can I redirect this to my music, like I'm thinking that I get all these threatening text messages about this $10 blunt that I went through her personal things and stole. I asked you. You said it was okay. You sat there and watched me. I offered it to you. You said, "Nah, you're good." But now I'm a thief. You know me better than that.
Wow.
We've been friends for so long. Like, we've gone through so much, and now I'm reduced to a thief. And let's say what she's saying is true. Let's play devil's advocate real quick. If what she's saying is true, and I did go through her things and stole it, it was just $10.
So, Justin, why do you feel like?
Wait, hold on, because I didn't even answer your question. I'm sorry. I'm going. Wait, I'm getting there. Hold on. So then she blocks me on everything, so I can't call, can't get in contact with her or the baby or nothing over this. And then 4 months later, September, I get a phone call from the producers of the Judge Mathis show. You're being sued for this, that, and the other on the Judge Mathis show. And I'm like, what? I didn't even talk to her because of a blunt.
Wow.
So then when I get to the show, I have like my paperwork and like money. I'm trying to take it seriously. And they tell me, no. Talk about the blunt situation. It's a TV show, guys. Come on. Okay, so once I found out about it, I was mad. How dare she? How dare she want to do this? I don't come from trash. Like I said, like my both of my parents are college educated professionals. I come from a long line of that. Like, I come from a very, very loving family. I have a mother, a father, a brother. I spent my whole childhood taking care of my grandmother whose legs were amputated. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad guy. And she knows that. And I was like so hurt by it once I realized that after I signed my contract to do it, I was so hurt by it. It messed with my mental state. Like, I was crying uncontrollably for the whole week leading up to it.
Wow.
And then I felt like after we filmed it, when I got back to my hotel, I just started walking. And next thing I knew, my legs started cramping. It was 10 o'clock. Like, my mind had just shut off. And next thing I knew, it was 10 o'clock. I had walked 10 miles. I was in a mental state of psychosis. I had walked 10 miles and I didn't even realize it. That's how bad this has affected me. Like, I'm traumatized.
Wow.
I hope that answers your question.
So A has traumatized you at this point. So,
yes.
Justin, why did you agree to even do the show? Well, I mean,
because I hadn't talked to her. I hadn't talked to my child since June over the $10 situation. And I felt to myself, if you're gonna be the gatekeeper of when I communicate with her, and it's all on the basis of if me and you are getting along, then if I don't hear from her, or she can't hear from me for months, years, or however long this stupid feud is going to last, I want to go on public record where she can go on Facebook. Y'all can laugh at me the way I acted and everything, but read the manuscript of everything I was saying. I went on that show and I honored A. I glorified her. I talked about how great of a mother she is. And I explained how much I love my child. That was my goal, and that was my mission. I didn't care about winning no money. I didn't care about trying to get famous. If this is my only line of communication with my child, let it be so she can know and the world can know I love you and I am not part of your life as much as I should be because of her.
Wow. So let me ask you something else. So, she said in her statement that your daughter, y'all daughter, has sickle cell. And so she has these episodes and has to go to the hospital. So she said that you really only, you don't really come to see your child. So in so many words, trying to say that you're almost like a deadbeat dad. So,
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Thing. Let's talk about it. Sickle cell thing. So as you know, me and A were not talking in the weeks prior to going to the filming. She calls my brother. My brother says, why are you doing this? Y'all are better than this. Y'all, man, come on now. Like, real talk, A is probably one of the most talented people I know. You know what I'm saying? She's a great person, like, and she has so much going for herself. Do you really want, like, and she's like trying to be this like professional businesswoman. Like, now look at the image of you. Look at what we did is not, it's not classy. It's not classy at all. And you want to go on there and do that and then say you want to, and then be like this professional. And it's like, that was not class. If we would have went on like Fix My Life or something where they actually care about the people instead of just like trying to make them look like jokes and talk about drama, I could get that. There was nothing accomplished. This made it worse. And so she says to him, I'm going because I want to raise awareness for sickle cell. Y'all heard sickle cell be mentioned how many times? Once. And the rest is about how I'm a bad dad. Go on her Facebook. Like, is there a charity involved in this? Find a link that she has where she's connected with a sickle cell foundation, where she's connected with is there a GoFundMe? Is there any type of, let's do some research for sickle cell? No. You went on there to put me on blast. Let's be honest. Let's be real. She went on there to put me on blast and make me look bad. Now I'm being dragged by the whole internet. The video got over 100,000 views in one day, and they're talking trash about me, over 2,000 comments. And let's call it for what it is. I didn't want to go on there. You signed us up. They contacted me. I said, sure. This show that I'm on right now, she contacted y'all. Now y'all are contacting me. Like, I'm not clout chasing. Please, if this is about sickle cell, let it be about sickle cell. Let's raise money for that. Let's have a GoFundMe for that. All these hundreds and thousands of views, and you're in the comments bashing me. But you have not yet sent a link where people can go on sickle cell and give money or do research.
That's a good idea. So
thank you.
It is. It's
like,
really
or at least if it's about a medical bill, let's just do a GoFundMe to pay that medical bill that she's talking about.
Right.
No.
So
you don't have to do. I don't have to do this to be famous. Like, the route I'm taking to my fame is through my music, through my acting. And I work very hard at it. And the route I'm taking might be the slow route. You know what I'm saying? Because I put my music out there. You see the video playing. I have, you guys can watch any of the movies and TV shows I'm on. They're all on demand and everything. And it's like, I don't need that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened is last week's news. It's going to be the hot topic for the next 15 minutes, and then they're going to move on to something else. But my music, my artistry, and everything else will be forever. There's no book. There's nothing that she's selling. What's your goal? Are you, like, you know what I'm saying? When celebrities do stuff like this, they usually have a CD or a book they're selling. Mm-hmm. You're not even raising money for sickle cell. You're just doing this to put me on blast. And that shows what kind of person you are and your morals. Because I would never exploit a child's personal information. What's going on between me and you and how I am as a father, how she is toward me and everything else, That's a private matter that could have been discussed over the phone. Now there's a child who's seeing their parents going back and forth publicly, and it's sad and it's unfortunate and it's disgusting. And when y'all saw me on the show, I was about to throw up. Like, I was sick.
So are you interested in fixing this?
No,
because you're talking about
yes,
awareness
yes,
that you want, that, if she's talking about bringing awareness about sickle cell, are you interested in fixing this and bringing the awareness about sickle cell that both of your daughter is dealing with at this point? So,
most definitely. Like, not just sickle cell. Like, I want to bring awareness to like mental illness and everything, because like there's people that are like, and people dealing with drug addictions, because there's people in the like comments and comments and stuff. There's talking about like he has mental illness, he's on crack and all this other stuff. You guys, to weaponize mental illness, to weaponize sickle cell, to weaponize drug addiction is so sad. It's so bigoted. It's so 1920s. I thought we were past all of that. Like, yeah, I want to raise awareness to all of that, because y'all disrespecting folks that actually deal with that. And yes, I was a little crazy that day. Yeah, I was.
Now, Justin, speaking of crazy, now, and you said that you are an actor and you do some acting. You gotta help me now, because I have watched this video and this show, numerous times. Is it fake? Were you faking, man? Come on. That's what everybody want to know. People are talking about, you just spoke on about the mental illness and all of that. Going back looking at that show now, you was come on now. Let's talk about that.
Was I faking?
Were you faking?
If you guys want to hear the answer to that question, you will have to download my album coming out on February the 22nd. I have a song called Talking, which addresses all the haters. And it features my brother, Jake Brown, and a Loogie, talented rapper from Knoxville. And on the 22nd, you can just find me on any music platform, Shayari Sullivan, and you can listen to my album. And guess what? That's your answer.
Okay. Well, I have another question for you. Okay. I like you. Okay.
I'm a likable person, no matter what she wants to say about me. Everybody loves me, and I love everybody. I'm a positive person. Like, you're trying to paint me as the bad guy. It's so funny. Like, and you know what? I'm actually having fun being the bad guy, because I'm not the bad guy in real life. Like, I'm like so nice. I'm so caring and thoughtful about other people. So it's like,
so okay. Just let me ask you this. Let me ask you. I got a couple more questions, and we're gonna end this interview, guys. But
wait, hold on, real quick. Hold on, pause that real quick. Hold on. Wait a minute. I have to do a costume change real quick.
So hey guys, if you're just tuning in, you're tuning in to Shari.
I had to put on my crown.
So let's
I'm a king, and you know what, Shara, don't let nobody knock your crown off your head. Kings, queens, no matter what. Hold on. I ain't even done yet. Hold on. Let me finish my outfit. Wait.
I see you.
Have put my hater blockers on for all you haters out there. I can't see y'all. To all the people out there, you know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody knock your crown off. You a king. You a queen. What say about me don't even matter. You know what I mean? Can't nobody knock this off my head. Nobody.
Okay, King. So let me go ahead on and move on to the next question. So let's talk about you being an artist. So how long have you been an artist? And where can we find more of your music?
I have been an artist since I was 15. And I love doing music. You can find me at Shayari Sullivan. That's my stage name. I changed my name to Shayari because Shayari means poetry. in Swahili, and I write all my songs. It's spelled Shayari. Then my last name's Sullivan. Check me out. My album's coming out on the 22nd. My song Mine just dropped. Got a music video. We already got 18,000 views on Facebook. Like I said, say what you want about me. I ain't cloud chasing. I ain't contact no judge show. I ain't contact no radio show to talk about our child, a little child, innocent child on TV and exploiting. See, what she fails to realize, this ain't just her situation and my situation. This is her situation as well. How would she feel about this?
So Justin, I want you to speak into your camera and I want you to say, what would you like to say to Allison about this situation? Or let's say A.
You illegally took my child to Fort Walton Beach to live without me knowing. You went there. I found out via Facebook. I got on Facebook, seen they live in Fort Walton Beach. Oh, I didn't know you was on home for the weekend. We live here now. What? Why am I being penalized? Because you wanted to move to Atlanta. And then when you got here, you want to move to Atlanta for a $17 an hour job. And you get here and can't afford it. Then you go home and they get mad at me. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair. What am I supposed to do? Move with you every time you want to move? No. And so all I want to say is, on a positive note, I'm through joking now. Y'all, I know y'all want the drama, so there's the drama. But to A, I love you. You're my best friend. I wish you well in all your endeavors, and I hope you're happy. The whole internet, you got over 100,000 views, and the entire internet dragging me. So you won, I lose, and I hope you feel so much better about yourself.
So Justin, what do you want to say to your daughter? What do you have to say to your daughter?
What I have to say to her is, no, I'm gonna keep that private. That's between me and her. Okay. Because, like, the thing about it is she's exploiting the situation, and I don't think the child is old enough to make the decision if I want like this and that on internet and TV. So I'll save that for her. And when she's older, if she would like to share what I said to her and how I feel about everything, we can talk about it.
So you're gonna call her more, because I know that was one thing that A said in her statement also, that your daughter calls you,
has to call me.
Yeah. So and you made the statement about you didn't want to call your daughter because you wanted to get her a phone because understandably you probably just didn't want to talk to A. So
okay, yeah. So let me explain that. Like the phone situation, back with the blunt situation, when I got blocked on everything, it really made me feel like I'm worth so much more than $10. Like, mm-hmm. I'm worth so much more than a free trip to Chicago and an appearance on TV and some likes and clicks. I'm worth more than that, and you know that. So I just felt like, and then I think there's a new guy in her life. I don't know. I don't care about her personal life, but it seemed like there's been issues between us since that has happened. And I just felt like if I'm such this evil, bad person, I don't want to bother you. Like, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to cause any more drama. Just call me, baby girl, when you need me or if you want to talk to me. And that was my mindset. And you know what? I think I am going to cave in on that and call more because she's too young to have her own phone. So I am. That's what I plan on doing. But when I tell you, men can get emotionally battered. Men can get pushed away. Some of y'all need to ask y'all dad. Some of y'all who didn't grow up with y'all daddy need to ask y'all daddy why. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like if you have the threat of going to jail or all this like extra drama, it's like eventually you're gonna be like, I'm just gonna back off because at this point it's becoming toxic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't know about the fact that when I found out on Facebook that they moved to Fort Walton and I didn't know, I was so hurt. I was really contemplating on taking my own life. I felt like worthless. And, you know, that hurts. Like, these aren't games. Like, we laugh about it. Ha ha, he's crazy, he's silly. But this is hurtful.
Wow. Well, Justin, we're going to go ahead on because I see that you're getting a little emotional, but we're going to go ahead on and we're going to leave on a lighter note. We're gonna play a clip of your video. That's going to be
Please, yes, my new video, mine. First, let me say shout out to Justin Harper. He's the guy, you guys can see a little bit in the background. He's the guy who filmed and edited, directed it. Hold on, let me put my crown back on because this is king status right here. He's the guy who, you know, filmed it, directed it, and everything. Shout out to Jessica Chapman. She's the dancer in the video, and she's so talented. Shout out to Laura Chapman, my acting coach. And you know, guys, be on the lookout for my album. It's called Sleeping with the Enemy.
Only happen in the movies, fairy tales with happy endings. Just wouldn't happen for me, but then you came along with them deep blue eyes. I never thought I'd find someone who would treat me right. All my friends keep telling me something has come over me. Can it be? I don't know what you did to hurt me, but when you look at me, I get weak. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over you. I feel free. You're so fine. You're I'm so thankful to be mine. She is mine. She is mine. She is mine.
Y'all need to stop sleeping on me and start listening to my music. Like y'all need to know what's
myself loving someone else, 'cause I'm addicted to your love. I just can't get enough. You know you're my heart. I hate being apart. You stay holding me down, even when.
All right, guys, that's the new video that's going to be coming out real
Check
soon.
me out. Check me out. Sleeping
Check
with
them out,
look. The name of my album is called Sleeping with the Enemy. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's sleeping beside you. Person
All
you
right.
thought was your best friend might take you to the Judge Mathis Day show one day.
Wow. Well, we want to thank you again, Mr. Justin Brown, for being on our show, doing the most with QLala. This your girl Sharia B. So again, we thank you for coming on, and my prayers are that you get it right with your best friend A and your daughter, so that you guys can come back together, fix whatever you guys have wrong, for the sake of the child and for the sickle cell awareness. So before we go, if you could just tell everybody how to contact you about your music and where we can find you on your social media platforms.
So my music and all my social media is Shayari Sullivan, SHAYARI .Sullivan. Can't even spell my own name. And to all you cyber bullies out there talking about me, find something else to do. Find something else to do with your life. You guys are literally disrespecting like so many things and so many people and being showing so much sign of ignorance and bigotry. And it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. I am a human being. And y'all care so much about this child and this, that, and the other. I am still her father, despite what y'all think about me, how I may be, how I act, the things I said, is that I am still her father. And you guys are literally talking about someone's father. So, you know what I'm saying? You won't want nobody talking about your daddy. So like I said, follow me on Shayari Sullivan and check out my new album, Sleeping with the Enemy, coming out on the 22nd. And my new music video, Mine, out right now. Check me out. I ain't clout chasing, baby. Check my resume. Watch my TV shows.
All right, guys. Guys, I gotta get out of here. My time's up with Mr. Justin Brown. So if you have not checked out the Passionate for Parenting on the Judge Mathis show, go check it out and see what's going on. All right, till next time, this your girl Shari B. See you real soon.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So that was a lot. I'm drained. It was a lot. Okay, we have a lot to unfold. But as you can see, we have Miss Alice Morris in the building with her response. So that was her first time seeing that, correct? Yes. Okay, so we'll be right back. I'm gonna do the birthdays again with Mama J because apparently my sound wasn't on the first time. But we're gonna run it back and we're gonna play a song and we're gonna get our stuff together and we're gonna come back and get the response. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is your girl QLala right here on Doing the Most. It's Mama J with the birthday.
Hey, over there. This is Mama J and the birthdays. We're going to start out our birthdays starting with the 7th of February. We have Michelle Russell, which is my cousin in Mobile, Alabama. Now, I know y'all probably tired of me saying my cousin, my good friend, my mama and them and all that. But if you don't send me the shout out, I can't get it out. All right, we have Miss Anita Giles on the 9th, Patricia Harris on the 9th, and Cassandra B on the 9th. On the 13th, I have my sister Gwendolyn Watt in Augusta, Georgia. On the 13th, we also have Tanya Henderson. On the 14th, I have Mr. Maestro Derek Coleman from Mobile, Alabama. That's my maestro musician cousin, the best in Mobile, Alabama. On the 14th, we have Janice Ellison. That's my cousin out of Selma, Alabama. And we have a few more next week, but that's it for this week. So if you want me to give you a shout out on the birthdays, the anniversary, the Beyonce Day, your Valentine's Day, just hit me up. Mama J at RWR Live 365. Now you can remember that, so it doesn't have to be a birthday, any kind of joyous occasion that you might want us to shout out at you. Just hit me at Mama J at RWR Live 365. You have to think about it myself sometimes. But come on now, and we want you to give us the shout out, and I'll get back with you. We're going to get back with the hostess that do the mostest, and that's Miss
Only kind of verse real loud. My baby got them dreams she can touch in a voice from above. She's a pearl in a rough. It takes a village to raise her. We don't do it all by us. I know my smile can be a patient. On the stage, I provide like a daddy. And a mother in my life. Put that on my life. Everything, happy, my comments, and I scroll through of your opinion. You can do it quite like I can. Do it. I'm just here to shed a light, yeah. Cause it gon' be alright. Baby mama, I ain't with that drama, not that baby mama. Ain't depending on you, I'm a baby mama. Baby mama, baby mama. Oh, looking at me, single mama. This song ain't just for me, it's for every mama, yeah. Every day I pray this for my little mama. I'm every woman, I'm the baby mama. Only hit me when you need some, pretending like you need somebody. I guess you didn't see, imagine me somebody. I'm thinking maybe I'll just chill tonight. Summer been so it's July. I'll be in my feelings. Go like, so you can't help us up. We ain't a mother. Just keep it like you are. I'll be up in my comments, then I scroll through your opinion. You can do it quite like I can. Do it. I'm just here to shed a light, yeah. Cause it gon' be alright. Baby, yeah. Baby mama, ain't depending on you, I'm a baby mama. I got my own money, baby mama. The whole world looking at me, single mama. This song ain't just for me, it's for every mama. Every day I pray this for my little mama, yeah. Baby mama, only hit me when you need some, pretending like you need somebody, yeah. I guess you didn't see, imagine me somebody.
Chance, the rapper. You're not the only one that can take out trash, that can make the cash, that can make a laugh. You're not the only one that can make a brag, that can make a drink, that can make a scream, keep a vibrator when I make a bag. Gotta make it last, got a little bit of sugar, gotta break the bag. They already got a strike, can't take it back. Gotta face facts, also baby up a little bit of baby fat. Look, yeah, I know it's hard when your baby mama don't want you, especially if she don't need you, especially if she used to feed you, especially if she used to keep you, especially if you used to cheat too. Wait, come to think of it, she ain't never really need you.
Baby mama, baby mama, I ain't with that drama, not that baby mama. Ain't depending on you, I'm a baby mama, baby mama. Looking at me single.
Hey, did you know that RWR Live plays the hottest hits, urban new school, old school, hip hop and R&B, gospel, southern blues, then a little talk. Yeah, we do it all. We play music 24/7, 365 days a year. You can take us on the go with you. Just download that free app. It's in the Google Play and the Apple App Store. What are you waiting on? Go get the RWR Live app today. It's free. Why not? Hey, this is your girl QLala, and you are listening to RWR Live 365, the next generation of radio. QLala, the way that we rock, we doing our thing. QLala, it's so great when we're ready, we're doing that ring. QLala, la, 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 that. All right. Welcome back to Doing the Most. As y'all just saw, we watched the interview with Sharia B and Mr. Justin. Uh, Justin was on the Judge Mathis show last week with Miss Allison Morris, and she's here. So, say hello, Allison. Hello. That is Allison's daughter's father. No, I kind of say baby daddy and baby mama. I'm trying to be politically correct. Right. That was her baby daddy, and this is baby mama. And together they got a baby, right? So, that was your first time watching that video. It was 37 long minutes. It was a great interview though. A lot came out. It was a lot. It was interesting, and like Sharia B, shout out to Sharia B from the Get Up Morning Show for doing the first part. I felt like we should split it up so there's no, right. That would be fair. So, to clear up a few things that he said, yes, you reached out to us because on the Judge Mathis show you only have so much time, and there's some edits and some things and some gaps that we want to fill in, and you just want to do it. One thing you did say to me in our pre-interview was, "I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna be done with it." So it's not like we're trying to keep this thing running. But I did want to say, when you contacted us, we asked you for his information so that we can get both sides, because we didn't want it to be like we were one-sided or bashing, and that's what Real Women Radio is all about, is getting everyone's perspective, everyone from every angle, so that was on us, Justin. I'm sorry. We asked for your number because we wanted you to have a fair, rebuttal. So let's get into it, right? So the first question that a lot of people was asking, and from the beginning, well, before I even get to that, because I'm gonna ask this one first. So it was what made you, what was the straw that broke the camel's back? They say, well, okay, it's not, you're not listening, I'm not getting what I need. Now I'm gonna need to take it to this step where we're gonna go on public and make it public. Yeah, I'd say I pinpointed it because I thought about this for a while. When did I, break? Because I've been trying to be, the best partner, friend, because Justin was my best friend.
He said that a couple times.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time together. I know a lot of people said, well, how did y'all end up together? It wasn't like a love at first sight thing. We actually were friends for a year. Oh, yeah, because they left it. I mean, you said that on Judge Mathis, but they jumped from that to there's a baby now. So it's like we met at karaoke, had a baby, and now, so okay. We shared a lot of intimate moments as far as his career goes. Because as everyone knows, at this point, we created Limitless Entertainment, stemming off of River City Music Management, which I had been doing since I had moved to Chattanooga. So we were in the entertainment business. He was an artist, and we spent countless days and months, and at this point, years, supporting each other. And he had lost his voice at some point. He had to have surgery. We went to Nashville back and forth every few weeks.
Okay, so y'all was close.
We were super close. So when you're around someone, we did tours, we did shows together. He's opened up for numerous artists. August Alsina, Verse Simmons, 2 Chainz, the list goes on, Jay Holiday, and all these things that we did that together. So you form a bond with someone when you're with them all the time.
Yes.
We talked about, I knew he had sickle cell, and I was like, okay, well, the trait.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, my sister has the trait, because I knew that. And I was, like I said, I wasn't aware until our newborn screening that I had the trait as well. And we actually don't have the same trait. So there was a whole, plethora of things going on with regarding sickle cell. We'll get to that. So, moving forward, like I said, I never said he was a bad dad. And the straw that broke the camel's back was a year ago. A lot of people were like, well, we didn't know anything was going on with you guys. We thought everything was cool. And I was like, I try to put my best foot forward. I'm a Christian. I want to forgive and move forward. And for the sake of Samaria, it's like, I want her to have a relationship with her dad, because I didn't have a relationship with my dad till I was 19. I met him for the first time, and it was simply because he died for child support. So there was no, issue other than, my mother didn't get, and he ran, so my mother tried to contact him. She worked for the child support enforcement for about 20 years before she, retired. And it was just a lot, to live without having a father. And my father growing up was Jehovah God. I didn't lack anything.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with strong women, and I grew up knowing that even though I had grew up with strong women, that there's always a place for a man to be in anyone's life,
right,
especially a daughter. And a son, because they're developing and they need to have that relationship. They need that validation. They need that encouragement and love from the father. So I had, manifested that, and I made it happen for her first 5 years of her life. April was the play she was in. She was in Madagascar. And very, very excited about that. I made it possible. He said he couldn't come. I made it possible for him to be there. I said, let's do, we do photo you do photography. I booked you some photo shoots here. I booked 2 shoots while he was here, so I was like, now you don't have to.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. We be hustling now. If
We
mamas
need to
ain't
make
gonna
it
do
happen.
nothing else, now
You
we're
make it
gonna.
happen.
Okay, no excuses. Let's get it.
So we made that happen, and he sent me, a portion of it. If you want to do specifics, I made 200. He sent me 50. That was for April, and everything was cool. Then he came back for her birthday, which was June, and it was like, okay, I told you to go ahead and get you a room, because when he came down, he usually stayed in my house. And so it's like, okay, I need you to, I need to set boundaries with you, because I don't want you to think that, you just gonna continue to not take care of your responsibilities, and just for the sake of, because he knows I really wanted him to be in her life, and I really want him to be in her life.
Yes.
And I've never, said anything different than that. I can't let him take advantage of that situation for me or for her.
Yeah.
That's not fair. You're mad at the parent for whatever reason. You should never intertwine
Take it
that
out
with
on
the
the child. Yeah.
So she doesn't have any clues what's going on, but she knows he's there for this. So he came for he didn't get a hotel room like I asked him to, because he said, oh well, I can do this, I can make it happen. I said, you're talking about Destin for Walton Beach in the summertime.
Yeah.
It's not going to be cheap. He brought his parents down. I was so happy. He brought his niece down. It was a family affair. Having all of them there at my house, I said, you know what? Let me open up my home, because I don't want you guys to have to drive to Bruton, Alabama, or wherever the next affordable place would be. So let's save money. Let's all put our resources together. I had rented a pavilion on the beach. Everybody was good. I had her friends come in and everything. Didn't contribute anything to the party, to anything going on. Staying with your parents, like his dad offered to help with the pizza. So even then I was like, okay. I asked him, I said, go take the cooler with you. I mean, and fill the cooler up with drinks and stuff. You ain't got ice. And I opened up the cooler when we got there. We took literally the drinks that I had.
You put them on ice.
And put it on ice. So
He didn't say where to get the drinks from, Allison. You gotta.
I gotta be more specific. I gotta be more clear. That was my fault.
No, seriously though, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna get back into it. But we'll be right back after these. We'll be right back, y'all. Y'all stay tuned.
Patience. You want me good. You want my honesty. You want me to be appreciative. Respect your space. You want your flavors. You want spontaneity. A good girl and a freak. You want loyalty. You want something perfect. Expecting me to be faithful. So
All right. We are back. So if you are just tuning in, you're now tuned in to Doing the Most with QLala, and I have in the building Miss Allison Morris, and she is here giving us a recap from her recent appearance on the Judge Mathis show with her daughter's father, Justin Brown. And the question before we went to break was, what made you go on the Judge Mathis show? What made you take that route? Okay. No problem.
But so, because like I said, I wanted to show, I wanted to emphasize like the relationship that we had at one point, and the fact that I keep giving chances after chances and enabling things that shouldn't occur. So we're setting boundaries. We're trying to do this, and
can't set boundaries during the house now. So I'm upstairs. I'm gonna let y'all spend time because I don't have to hover and be with you while you spend time with her. So I basically just went through my personal things, which is very disrespectful to me. I feel like if you come to someone's home, you don't go
Oh
through
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
He's like, I cleaned up and whatever. I was like, that's great, but then you also did something that you shouldn't have done. And so there's it's an unfortunate situation that, like, okay, let's reassess the situation. Like, how what do you think about me? Like, am I setting this tone, this standard of how you are supposed to treat me?
You treat people. You teach people how to treat you. So we talking about the $10 situation.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm like, what are you talking about? He came up with this figure and all this other stuff. I'm like, there was never $10 or there's nothing going on. Like, there wasn't even a blunt involved as far as on my end, as far as why I was upset with him. I said, you don't respect my boundaries, you don't respect my space. And if you don't do that, you don't respect me. And I said, I really, really want to see you eye to eye on this. I said, but I can't, and then at that point it was like, okay, I didn't say anything else about it. I did block him on Facebook because I do not want to continue to see.
Yeah, you
it was
blocking
gonna
your,
make
you
my blood boil.
protecting your energy. I
Yeah,
understand.
I was like, if I be on this page, I'll see something about post about, something that I don't need to see, that's something that he's putting money on, but yet, you can't respect my space. So she went. This is immediately following the party. They went back to Tennessee or Atlanta. And she was spending the week with them. And I said, okay, great, you guys want to spend a week. And then he was calling me and I was like, you got a cough, baby. You got, you all right? I was like, y'all pay attention to that cough.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a pandemic, so just make sure you listen out for
Yeah. For real.
Just be very careful. Make sure she wear a mask. I talked to her almost every day up until probably about that Thursday or Friday. I was supposed to go get her. I went to Atlanta to go pick her up on Father's Day. And why I had to go get her was because he had a movie premiere. So he's a professional actor. He has an agent and everything. So he was very excited about landing this role in this film, this independent film. And I was supposed to attend, but like I said, when I had shut down because like you can't continue to disrespect me and then expect me to continue to smile, and it wasn't gonna happen. So I didn't go to the premiere, but I went ahead and came up there to pick her up. And it was about 10 o'clock at night, and she got in my car and she was coughing. She laid down. She wasn't feeling well. Her breathing was very labored. And I said, last 2 days I hadn't talked to her. And every time I called, they were like, she's sleeping or whatever. I said, how's her cough? How's she doing? She fine, whatever. So long story short, they took her to a premiere and it was, 200 people there, 200 guests. I had confirmed the count with the organizer and with no mask. And I asked him, I said, why didn't you have a mask on? He said, well, we had it on, but we didn't need it because, we were in the back and we were social distancing. And I said, I don't think that was a good idea. And then he said something about, I asked my mom, why we had to sit in the back. And all of those things was like, what? So I couldn't drive back to Florida with her like coughing like this and breathing like this. So I took her to the emergency room.
And this is how the medical bills came about, because I remember you was telling me, so you were in Georgia. They didn't take Medicaid, the Florida Medicaid.
Right. They don't
so
take out
it was
the
about what,
Medicaid.
$900.
Yeah.
And then you had to go to a few different places on the way home because she wasn't feeling well. And so pretty much it just came down to it that your daughter's health was in jeopardy, was important to you. And if you was probably like, if he can't handle that, listen, now I got these medical bills because you didn't listen.
Right.
And I need your help taking care of him. And Judge Mathis, I watched it and he said something. He said something that was maybe one of my favorite parts, because a lot of fathers, single or co-parenting fathers, say this or think this. Raise your mic up a little bit. Well, yep. So there you go. Just up a little bit more. Yep. But when he said, then why are we here if you don't need money, well, when he talked about buying the clarinet, which was a nice gesture.
Even if you didn't ask for it, it was a nice gesture. He bought the clarinet. He said, why'd you do that? If you needed money, use that towards the child. And Judge Mathis said, who says she needs it? You know what I'm saying? He said, then why are, and the justice was like, well, why are we here? He was like, because she wants to hold you accountable because you are also the child's parent. You have to make sure that it's equal, it's fair. And a lot of co-parenting fathers don't see that, or they think you take the money and use it for something else, or they give you child support and they be like, okay, when I give you this money, you just not gonna get your nails and hair done. Well, you contributed to the pot, Some of that money, the money went to the light bill and the food and the clothes and the school, just because I got my nails and hair done. Who knows what dollar that was that went to my hair? You know what I'm saying? I can get the lights out and I went and got my hair and nails done. That's a problem. But yeah, it's about accountability, responsibility, and being fair. And then I know we were talking to a gentleman about the situation because it's getting a lot of buzz, and he was saying that when he was growing up, his mother chose the time with his father over the money, and because sometimes the time is just as valuable, if not more valuable, than the money is. And so we're asking for them to call because I was a single mom for a little while. So we're asking me to call, come to a game, do something. That's time, that's quality time, that's memories the child is gonna have versus you sending me a check. Do something, do both. But I would rather have that time with them. You know what I'm saying? Um, so when Judge Mathis said this, it's not that she needs it, because it's your responsibility too.
Right.
If you have it, help. If you don't, call, video chat. So the Justice did say after this he's gonna call more. How has it been? Has it gotten better or worse since the airing of the show, or since the taping? Because talk about that gap. It was actually taped in September of 2021, and then it just aired like last week. So in between that time, has it gotten better or worse?
I feel like it's got worse to be, you want to talk to me directly.
Oh yeah, he don't even want to hear your name, baby.
No,
he don't even want to hear your
that's
name.
fine. It's still as mutual at this point, but I still want to talk to him. I tried calling him Thursday, and I went to voicemail. Obviously, he was on Facebook Live, emptying his heart. And I pray that he gets some kind of a listening ear that is more private instead of one on Facebook.
Yeah, and because he said he didn't, he'd like it to be in the public eye. But
this is personal. This is very personal, and I never on the show. I never brought anything about his personal life.
And he never said, because he said it in an interview with Shari B, that you were calling him or saying that he's a bad father. The word not in the clips that we saw now. He never said, listen, you are a bad father. But the actions that were spoken upon and the lack, thereof, kind of picture. Yeah, they told the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about deadbeat. Deadbeat means
the definition.
It's just irresponsible, and I feel like we're adults. You're 31, I'm 37. There's not much of the age difference there. You can't go off of, well, you had this or that. You have 2 degrees. You have 2 bachelor degrees, and you have a very successful career in music, but it's just not paying the bills. And so we have to do what we have to do. I drive. I do Grubhub. I do all those things just to, do the things that needs to be done for Samaria. And so I would like the same energy to be put into our child. At the end of the day, everything is for her. I want her to flourish. I want her gifts to make room for her.
Right.
So if I'm guilty of that, then I'll do it again if it's for her. It's for her.
How was the experience at the Judge Mathis show? Because we were watching, and Tina Cole's comment was, Allison is cool as a cucumber. She said, if unbothered was a person. It's like, I don't know if she just used to dealing with him, or because you was cool. We was like, I don't know if I would have been able to do it.
Some of that, was self-control, because I know, I know how he can get. I hadn't seen this version of him. I do feel like there was some things.
You probably in shock.
I was like, I kind of left my body. I wasn't really there. And I heard Judge Mathis. I'm glad that he get educated. He wasn't really talking to us specifically. He was educating the audience about how child support works and things like that. So I was listening. I was listening to what he was saying. These shows, even though people saying they're fake, this, that, and other, it's like, okay, everything was real.
Yeah,
And
get what you get out of it.
yeah,
I didn't get coached. I think Justin said during his interview that the producers were coaching him and this, that, and other. They literally played you because I did not get any kind of coaching. Like I said, when I got that medical bill and I was talking to my friend about, like, how am I going to make this work and pay my rent? My rent went up, like, because we got new property management. And I was just like, how am I going to do all this? I'm looking at my budget, my bills. I was like, I can't, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I've always done it. God makes a way.
Right.
But I was like, he was like,
She
you need
does
some
have a
consistent
father.
help from,
Yeah.
ask him for help. And every time I ask, it's like, something's up. It's always something going on. There's always things going on. I'm like, let's try to figure out what is going on and that you never are able to consistently agree to anything, not even $25 a month, which I had suggested when she had daycare. After my mother passed away in 2018, that was our babysitter.
She came
Oh,
to me
yeah. So
to
now the child
Chattanooga.
care. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so my mother passed away, and yeah, he came down here for the funeral. I recall buying, an outfit for everybody. I bought, clothes for everybody so we could be nice.
Yeah.
Everybody look nice, including him. For the funeral, and that was the lowest point of my entire life. And he was there, but it felt like I just felt like it was emptiness and void. So he knows what I'm going through. He knows that I needed help. And I was down here by myself. In terms of I didn't have a blood family. And the thought maybe was to go move up there with his family, and they're not my family. I love them, and I respect them. They've been in contact with Samaria. We do video chats with them.
That's awesome.
So nothing changed but my Facebook status. I blocked him on Facebook. I did not block him from calling her. I did not block him from Zooming. Matter of fact, when she was in the hospital, if you want to go back to that, when she was in the hospital, I said, can you Zoom her? Can she see your face?
Yeah.
Can you talk to her? He said, and I have the message in my phone, I do not know how to use Zoom.
Okay, so
Yeah, she said, I don't know how to use Zoom, and I sent a link to the Zoom, and I was like, okay, he has an iPhone. I know people have issues with iPhone. So I'm sitting on Zoom, I'm waiting. We in the hospital because she ain't got admitted. She had pneumonia. All of that, we ended up with pneumonia. We were in the hospital. And so, like I said, this is not the first time we were in the hospital sitting there waiting for someone to at least show that they had some kind of concern from his end. Just all you had to do was call. And so that's a slap in the face to me. And when I sat there, I filled out a little form on this Mathis, and I was like, you know what? I was click submit. I didn't say anything. I just said that. I think I said Facebook dad or something.
Yeah.
And I think whatever. They called me the same day.
No, that's different.
They called me the same day.
Yeah, I was like, what did you put in there for them to call you? That you just like, I just said, the social media stuff. And with that, you did mention on the show that he was a Facebook dad, meaning that he'll show up, he'll take the, special occasions, special events, take the picture, post the picture. But I guess like he's talking it but not walking it, or just doing it for show. So that's you know, uh, I don't know. He's very charismatic. He does have a big energy and a big vibe, and he makes you laugh and all these things. Like I said, I can see that. While there was a connection,
yeah. Be in a relationship with someone, because when I go in, when I'm with someone, I'm with them, and I support them 100%, 110%. I go hard for them, and it was just like, okay, as long as I'm going hard for you, you're good. But the moment I say no, or the moment I say I can't support you like this because I need help with her, like, let's forego this.
You have to sacrifice. Yeah. I was gonna say you have to sacrifice. I think it's a maturity level thing.
Yeah.
You did say there was a little age difference, but it's
37,
but
31,
you're still in
thing.
your 30s. So yeah, you still should be grown status. But it may be a maturity thing. And that's all I really can say about it, because it sounds like, don't have a temper tantrum because you can't get your way and things like that.
Right.
He did say on the interview with Shari B that he addressed the clout chasing, and that he wasn't the one clout chasing, and he pointed out that you're the one that did the Judge Mathis. I said something he accepted.
Right. It was not even a thought. Like when I submitted and I said they called me, literally the producer called me and said, "Hi, this is blah 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 from Judge Mathis." And I said, "Girl, quit playing."
Yeah.
And then she said, said, okay, well, tell me the story. They want to make sure it's not fake. So I told her, what was happening in a condensed version. And she was like, okay. She's like, well, let me call him. So I gave her the number. I think the number I gave them was wrong. So she said, it doesn't work. I gave her the right number. And she called him, and I don't know what she said, but she said, she texted me back, and she said he agreed. And I
The
was
same
like,
day.
the same, like within 5 minutes. Like
Okay.
it wasn't even long.
Okay.
And so the conversation, I remember him saying about me talking to his brother. I didn't call him; it was on Facebook. So just messages. I said, his brother was like, "Y'all don't go in there acting a fool." I said, "I'm not gonna go in there acting a fool. I'm just gonna go in there and get answers because I can't talk to you any other kind of way."
Yeah.
And you have a platform that you like to be open, so let's be open and real about this. We don't have to bring in personal stuff or whatever. Just tell me why you can't, pay child support. Why does somebody, a court, have to tell you to contribute to her life? And why can't you call her at this point? Because again, you're still, these are months going by at this point.
Yeah. Speaking of platform, he when my producer reached out to him to do the interview, he agreed right away as well. But he had some stipulations. There was some non-negotiable things. One was we had to play his video, his song, and the other was it had to be a video interview. So when you say he doesn't know how to work Zoom or he's not cloud chasing, I don't think he's cloud chasing, but he might be milking it, I guess, or taking advantage of it. Because if you're an actor, it's a platform. A platform is a platform. No press is bad press, is what they say, right? And he said that you were doing clout chasing, or he said you were going to go on to bring awareness to sickle cell. So he brought that up, and he was saying, well, why isn't there a link on her page for a GoFundMe to pay the medical bills or something about sickle cell connecting the dots? I was like, first, it's only been a week since it aired.
That's a
Two,
lot.
if it did bring awareness to sickle cell, it's to help your daughter. And so when Shari B was sitting there, I was like, well, that's a good idea. So she said, Justin, that is a good idea. But I wanted to challenge Justin to see if with Real Women Radio is going to play his music, help him get it out there. I heard you telling your daughter, that you just showed her the video, not just showed her, but showed her the video when he sent her. So it's, that's cool. We want to get it out there, but I challenge him to maybe when it blows up or when it starts making, downloads, take a percentage of that and donate it towards sickle cell. You know what I'm saying? It was a good idea. He had a good idea. And he also talked about, he got a little, emotional towards the end when he was saying it's hurtful that people are talking about him, don't know him and making these assumptions, which I can imagine is hurtful. And he was saying, talk to your dads and ask them what they went through. And men get emotionally battered. And he was talking about the comments and stuff. So that's some heavy topics that's come out of this being on the Judge Mathis show. And so
I will say that Judge Mathis, his intent, okay, Judge Mathis's intent, and it came out of his mouth for the show. We know how that we watch it for drama, but the intent of the show is to inspire and educate. And that I took that as an opportunity for us to talk about this. And like I said, I go back to his brother. I said, I want to go on there and talk about sickle cell. I want to go on there and talk about, how can we co-parent and you still be there, even if it's not in person, but you still be there for her emotionally. She wakes me up in the middle of the night and she'll say her arm is on fire and I give her some medicine, I give her a bath, I give her Epsom salt bath, things like that. Like there's countless things that happen in the middle of the night that, as you know, as a parent, kids don't have the clock. You can sit on the bed, but they'll get up and they'll keep asking stuff. So I was like, the least you do is answer the phone. I know you're sleeping. I'm sleeping too. I work 2 jobs. So
if it makes her feel better, I would tell you, I was dating a guy whose daughter has sickle cell, and they live in separate states. He'll carry a change of clothes wherever he goes because as soon as he get a call about his baby in the hospital, he want to be there.
He be playing
he
at the beginning of the day, and by the end of the day, we be in the hospital. It's not something that I can
any call. You waiting on that call, especially if it's at midnight. That's kind of like a sign that it's urgent. No matter if it was you or if it was her, at least answer and see.
He texts back the next morning after she.
When he saw it,
he probably didn't hear. He said, he's like, I was asleep what do y'all need? And I said, I don't need anything. And she calls you,
Mhm.
you know, because she knows how to get in my phone. Because I told her, I said, you know, mommy
That's
might not
good.
always be there.
Yeah.
I said, I want you to be able to use my phone. She get in there and I said, call, you know, I told her a list of people to call, especially if you see mommy and I can't, you know, respond. You know, she knows what to do. So she called him. So I mean,
How old is she again?
she's sick.
Yeah. Oh wow, she's so tall. They
Yeah.
were in here the other day for the pre-interview, and she didn't have, I wouldn't call it an episode, but her leg was
Yeah,
hurting.
her leg, well,
and
she's in the middle of having
okay. See, because I know a little bit about it, but I don't. And if we could help bring awareness to it, that would be awesome.
yeah, I think it's the rain.
And that's what I'm gonna say. It was cold and raining, and so she was crying. You know, you sacrifice
I left.
what you were doing
we had
and
to
did.
end what you were
Yeah,
doing,
she stopped and you left. So I was, you know, on doing the most. Doing the most is about recognizing the people that's doing the most in a positive way.
Right.
And so when I first saw the thing, I said, "Oh, he's gonna get to doing the most award," but I was thinking because he was doing the most, you know.
Yeah, so
and then when I saw you take care of that baby and just stop what you was doing, and you know, I was like, and you go through that all the time. I was like, okay, she getting to doing the most award because you know, but it is not already not easy being a single mom, a co-parenting parent. You know, you do well. I wasn't as good as keeping my son's father in the loop about things because I just feel like I'm doing it. I don't, you know, you need to ask me. But you say you know, make sure people are there and here and there.
I send them pictures.
I don't have the energy.
How are you blocked when I send you pictures of her? I send you pictures of her going to school, and like I said, when she calls, sometimes he answers, and when he answers, he'll say like, "Hey, you know," he'll talk to her for a couple minutes, and he'll say, "I was in a movie," or "I was on the show," or whatever, and then you know, before she could even get anything out, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm about to go eat," or "I'm doing something with somebody. Let me call you back." And of course, you don't call back. I was like, "That you can't keep doing that. Please stop."
Yeah, that's a memory, and that'll be embedded. And like you, I don't like drama.
Yeah.
And so with my son's fathers, we don't really have drama. We didn't have drama, but I never talked bad about them. Like if they didn't show up or he didn't do what he said he was gonna do, I didn't talk bad about them in front of him. But they pick up that spirit on themselves. They ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, she be asking me why I work so much. I be like, girl, because I was like, you like to watch this Disney channel.
Yeah. and you know, most often these days you'll see the opposite of the mom keeping the child away, and this is the opposite. Like, I'm not keeping her away. You know, we made that clear. You wasn't trying to keep. You haven't kept him away from her. He's able to call anytime, but he did say he was going to do better at that. And I was just, you know, glad to get both sides. But
yeah, about the Sickle Cell Foundation and my support of Sickle Cell Foundation. When we lived in Chattanooga, because she was born in Chattanooga, at one of her visits, I met Dr. Trevor Thompson. Please rest in peace to Dr. Thompson. He passed away shortly after I met him. But, it was the president of the Sickle Cell Foundation, and we actually collaborated. And I did my first event in 2017 in Chattanooga for Sickle Cell awareness. We did a women empowerment breaking the glass event. It was a panel, and we had live performances where Justin also performed. He did photography for it. So, you know, this has been going on for sickle cell awareness for years. I've done an event here in Fort Walton. That this is something that is not going away. I'm very active in the Sickle Cell Foundation of Emerald Coast as well. So, I mean, it's on my page all the time, but he doesn't see that because he's not on Facebook. On mine.
On yours, yeah.
But yeah.
Is there anything else that was on the show that you all didn't get to clear up?
I just don't like the lies. My polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Yeah, that was the first thing he brought up because I didn't. What's the acronym for it?
PCOS.
Okay, so explain what that is because that was the first thing that came out, and everybody was like, "What's that?" You know.
Right. So, well, it's a disorder. I was diagnosed at 23. It's very hard to diagnose because it shows up in different areas of your life. But there's hormone imbalances, there's infertility, there's all kind of things. And I didn't understand what it was either. And then, you know, the doctor had to, you know, do an ultrasound and a wand, and he showed me my ovaries. And so it was like a honeycomb. It was like polyps, cysts. And so he was like, it's going to be very difficult for you to have a child, but he was like, you can do it. Get you a husband, get you some fertility treatments, come in. You'll be a beautiful pregnant woman. I said, yeah, you tell that to everybody. I'll take it. And I was like, okay. So when I met him and I told him, I said, okay, like I said, we were friends. We wanted to go to Spain and go get fertility treatments because they're expensive here.
They're expensive everywhere.
Right. We talked about getting fertility fertility treatments, and we were naming kids and all this stuff.
Oh,
So
so
it just
what?
manifested. Samaria is a blessing. She is our
That's
miracle baby.
a miracle. I was
care.
gonna say that's a miracle baby. But he just the way it came off in the show. I won't say he, but the way it came off in the show was
Yeah.
that he was saying he trapped him. Like she
That
told him
was
she
very,
couldn't get
very
pregnant.
everything that I wanted to say, if you didn't allow me to say because I couldn't get any words in, but that was not even on the agenda. So I'm listening to him and I'm literally just defending what he's saying. So the show itself, like I said, we could have went on there and talked about his music. I don't, that was up to him. You have the floor, you have the stage, you have all the you have all the attention, and you used it to for what? To show out. Like I can't control you. This is what I have to do.
It's very hard to control.
There's no control. It's like I
yesterday,
just want you to be professional too. Like we both have brands. He has his brand, I have mine. I work in entertainment, and my goal is not to be in front of the camera, but sometimes you have to do something yourself in order to get the right point across. Yes. Other people are not representing you, but you can only represent your brand. Yeah, and that's what limitless is. That it means that you have to look beyond, what people say you can and cannot do. Given all of this, you reached 137,000 people in 2 days. Like, come on, let's figure out how to make this a positive. And figure out how to prove them wrong. Yes. And and overcome. God is a God of overcoming. Yeah. Yes, he is. He made a statement during the interview. He said something silly and he's like, okay, I'm done. I'm serious now. That was the drama. I know y'all wanted drama. It's like we really didn't. Like I really wanted drama. Like, I don't like drama. I don't like to make the people look bad. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to give him an opportunity to not reverse this thing. You know what I'm saying? Now I will tell you this: if we would have went on Judge Mathis and he never called me before Judge Mathis, but before he went on the show, if he would have said, "Hey, are you thrilled?" and then we could have had a conversation, I would have been like, "Bump the contract, let's rip it up, and we can't go on." Right. But a blessing that came out of that when I got there to Chicago, my sister. My oldest sister from my dad's side, because I remember I said I didn't meet my dad till I was 19. I had never met all of my siblings. I met my brothers. I have two sisters older than me, and I got to. She flew in to do my hair and my makeup because she knew that was going to be like a super tough thing for me to endeavor. We didn't have a lot of time. They said, "Can you be on the flight on Monday?" And this was like Wednesday, and they were like, "We need to do COVID test. We need to do this." So I'm like, "What? Okay." And so she was there for me. She was basically my mother because I don't have my mom anymore. And this was your first time meeting her? That's my first time meeting her. That's awesome. That is a blessing. So I said, even if I'm not there for the money, and I thought I lost it, I did lose the case. You cannot go on these court shows to sue somebody for child support. I knew that. Yeah. You can't, I wasn't, the intent was not to win the case. And then when I thought I lost it, and he's told me I lost the case. Wow. He said during the show, you saw it when it unfolded, and I was like, okay, that's okay. I got to meet my sister. It was like, hold on. Then he said, they played it out of order. He's like, this is stupid. This whole thing is stupid. I'm like, no, you're on TV. Yeah. Like, no, don't do this. Everything in me was just like, I was pleading, stop. Yeah, stop. Calm down. Let's talk. We could have, like I said, you could have turned it around. Judge Mathis does it a lot. He'd be like, you say something. Yeah. So yeah, he'll give you an opportunity. What that was another question. Why Judge Mathis? Why that platform? You watch him and you get you tough love. Yeah. He gives you. It's not about the drama. It's just I thank Judge Mathis because he didn't do what he normally does to other people. He if you do erratic behavior, he'd be like, you on crack. Like, he cracks jokes, but he left Justin alone. He even tried to compliment him. He tried to uplift him. Nobody was attacking him. Yeah. Nobody was coming for him other than, let's find out why you walk off jobs. Let's find out why you can't hold a job. Let's find out what's going on. And then we can help you. We can work together as a family. But he said he'll go on the Yama now. If you contact Yama, fix my life, he said he'll go. He said he'd rather be something like that. Shout out to Ayana, Oprah, anybody. Somebody holler at her for it. Because I really want y'all. Somebody holler out to them something, because I really think, from the history that you all have, you work well together, you build together, it's just something got thrown off, and then it just, once you start that, people get in your head. I was gonna say, once you start, it just snowballs. Can I say something? Yes. That's what I thought. That was gonna be like the last question. He watching, child. Hey, Justin. But talk to Justin right there next to him. Justin, I pray for you every day. I still do. And I want you to get help. I want you to just retreat a little bit and just evaluate. I took a big break and I went to go see my sister for Christmas. I took a break. You are still not talking to me, but you knew where I was. I talked to your mother on Christmas Day. Like I had to get away from it. I am writing a book. You said, what are you doing? I wrote a book about my experience when I was 19 years old. I did 44 days in jail and a Scandinavian County, something I didn't even do.
What?
Yeah, so I have a book that's called 44 days. So I do have a book, but that has nothing to do with what we were there for. I'm trying to get you to understand that this is not a game either. You said this is not a game. Okay, well let's not play a game. Let's have a real conversation. I'm open to talk to you anytime. You call me anytime. You can call me right now. You can call me anytime. You can call me at 3 in the morning and I'll pick up the phone. Anytime you ever call me, I do not deny your call. It's the other way around. And I pray that God has healing for you. I still, have the love for you because you're the one to bless me with Samaria. Samaria is the reason why we're here. She's taking acting classes. She was very excited about her audition. She got a call back. She's taking classes. She has a showcase on September 3rd and 4th in Atlanta. So hopefully you can come and share in that moment with us.
He'll be there. Won't
Listen,
you, Justin?
he got to.
He
He in
gonna be
Atlanta.
there. He
Even if
gonna
he
be
sit
there.
out there and
Yeah, I seen just
We have a showcase.
I didn't meet him, but I seen Justin. He a good dude. He a good dude. We just gotta focus.
Whoever you're talking to and whoever is giving you advice, is giving you the wrong advice. Take wise counsel. Talk to your daddy. Talk to someone's pastor. My pastor will call you. Like I've been getting counsel that people have been praying for both of us because we need to bring this back together.
Yeah, for her, for the
and
baby.
not for us, it's for her.
Mhm.
That is said and done. We're not going back in time. Let's move forward. Let's start with the lies. Because the lies is only going to keep perpetuating. I'm not going to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, we
Now,
can shut it
this
down.
particular about you, I'm going to talk about the issues that matter. I'm going to talk about PCOS. I'm going to talk about sickle cell. It exploded from this experience. There is so much that we as a people need to talk to, and I thank you for the opportunity to get this across.
No problem.
It's bigger than us.
It is, and we see the opportunity here to keep the conversation going.
Right.
But I really would like
For this family, because y'all are a family, even though you're not together,
Mhm.
to heal and to do the most together, because that's what it's all about. Doing the most with a positive vibe on doing the most, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna do the most in a positive vibe way. So
Yes.
if I wish I could get what's how you say it, Yama? I cannot say her name to save my life. Iana, her.
Baby, I
wish
Iana.
her for somebody, but we
Even Gail King.
okay, we've been doing the most and we are over our time, but I want to thank, you're good. That's what happens when you the CEO, you can do that.
Yeah.
got a little time. But no, it was very interesting and I do look forward to hearing more from both of you all. I told Justin that we would play his music on the station. Like I said, I challenged him to give some of those proceeds to sickle cell.
Yeah. And you could give it to the Sickle Cell Foundation of the Emerald Coast. I created a Facebook page for them. So yeah, I think that would be really dope for you to have a campaign. Like I said,
and come down here and do a concert. I know, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we got venues, we got promoters, we got a radio station to back you up. But anything for sickle cell, anything for Samaria, anything for to help keep this family back together, because Real Women Radio is not about the drama.
Right.
We do like a good entertainment, but that's not the point. So and Justin, you can call me if you want to come back on, because we're gonna
right. I'm not gonna go back and forth anymore.
Not about this, but he did have some good topics, about men, to talk about. So we are open, just Real Women Radio is not just for women, it's for everybody. Yeah. But once again, I want to thank Allison for coming through. I want to thank Justin for his time, your time, Sharia B for that interview. Shout out to everybody on the team for making this happen. And hopefully we're going to hear more from Miss Allison and Justin about these different topics that came out through their experience. So we're going to take that negative and turn it into a positive.
Always.
Yes. And we're going to end with a very touching song. I remember that song, Thanks for My Time. You remember that song? It's gonna make me cry, so I'm gonna have to sign off.
Right? Can you turn the video
It's gonna
off?
make me cry, so I'm gonna have to sign off. But while I'm doing that, if you can tell them more about the sickle cell on the Facebook page, how they can find it, if they can donate, volunteer, those things like that.
Yeah, so the Sickle Cell Foundation of the Emerald Coast is the one that I like to promote because it's local in the area. They have so many different organizations on the Emerald Coast. Pensacola has a chapter. Everybody has a chapter, but if you go on Facebook, it's the Sickle Cell Foundation of the Emerald Coast. If you want to get in contact with them, their organizer is Miss Karen Hennessy. Miss Lodi, and so she actually called me the other day. She's in the hospital, so we want to pray for her because she has the same sickle cell Samari has.
I cannot
So
imagine.
yeah, look that up and reach out to her for the upcoming events and things like that. So.
Okay, well, awesome. Once again, thank you for being on the show. This is your girl QLala doing the most. Next week we will be doing I'm talking all fast. Doing a Valentine's Day special. So you'll want to be here for that because we're gonna talk about relationships, singles, because I'm single still again another year. But we're gonna talk about the single life, the couple life, all of that good stuff. Hopefully we can get some commentary from our other shows. Y'all make sure y'all check out the other shows here on RWR Live 365. We have the G Spot on every Thursday night, 8 a.m. Troop, he is not on at 8 a.m. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have the Get Up Morning Show every Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's where you find Sharia B on that first part of this interview. We also have the Sugar Shack every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. All you have to do is download the free app. We also have the Lunch Buffet. You always got Doing the Most. And we also have the Notorious Manager of the Year show that comes on every Wednesday. Actually, today's Monday. So it comes on, the second season starts this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. right here on Real Women Radio. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good night. This is QLala. I'm doing the most. What you doing? Here is the last throwback for the night.
You just made everything right. And even though my man has left me behind, I don't regret a thing for having you. Thanks for my child. I'm really thanking you, the man above. Thanks for my child. You brought me so much joy. This bundle of love. Thanks for my child. And though your father ran away free, the love I have for you, baby, is the love I have in me. I'll stay and watch you grow. Yes, I will. I'll raise you by myself. One on the show.
I think I like
No, no me digan una cosa así. Love to do that for you.
Yeah, he's like 60. Yeah, he really has a human.
Julius